Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. I hope everybody had a great Father's Day. I did. I actually got to play golf twice this week. Saw Ron Long.
Holy cow.
My golf wasn't very good, but the sliders that Ron cooked were unbelievable. I was going home with them. You know, I ate one in the middle of the week.
Of course, Larry, you know I'm going to take care of you. And what a wonderful event for the AutoZone Liberty
It
Bowl.
was a great event.
St. Jude benefited greatly by that event. And, of course, it was great to see Archie Manning receive the Distinguished Citizen Award.
I saw you and Archie. Y'all huddled up there together. Archie looked kind of scared of you, I think. So
that was, you can't believe the comments I got on that. But it was unbelievable.
He's probably going, there's that Ron Wong.
There's that Ron Wong again, you know. But anyway, a great time. Thanks out of media. I really enjoyed the media foursome that we had. Of course, we finished last. But that was okay. We had Kerry Anderson, Brad Carson,
very good friend,
and
very
Gary
good
Parrish.
Friend.
We all had a
very
great
good
time.
Friend. Awesome.
All right, let's.
Listen.
We got double women here.
Yeah, we do.
Let's talk about it.
And you know what? We talked about Sportsman's Warehouse a while ago.
Do they have this there?
But they also carry
this
wonderful, wonderful product that we're getting ready to talk about.
Talk about it.
I'm really excited about.
Introduce these guests and tell us about the product, Ron.
The VT2 ventilation system, which is fairly new on the market. Yeah. And it comes out of Shelbyville, Kentucky. By a company called NewPro Products, which is owned by Judy Tipton.
Yes.
And, of course, Judy has really started. I learned of this product firsthand about last fall, actually, when I saw this little gadget on Mark Menendez's boat.
Yeah.
At an event that I was at, and I said, "Wow, that's pretty cool." And he talked about it and what is it doing, and he said it's working wonderful. Well, finally, I got a chance to meet Judy at Bass Fest. At Lake Texoma, and then, of course, in talking with her, I says, down in South Texas, it gets really, really hot, and we've got a good friend there, and Debra Hengst.
You were thinking of Debra when you were talking about Judy.
I absolutely was.
I hope y'all listening to this. He's thinking about one woman when he's talking to another one.
Well, you know how I am, Larry. But anyway, we now have on Outdoors with Larry Ray here now, Judy Tipton with VT2 ventilation systems, NewPro products, and Debra Hengst.
One of our favorite guests.
One of our all-time favorite guests on. Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Okay, that's Judy.
Good morning, gentlemen.
All right, that's Debra. All right, I know. I got them down here, so we know which one it is. But
Judy, about this product, this ventilation product, first of all, it's very inexpensive. Secondly, it can be used by not only bass fishermen, cat fishermen, anybody that has a live well in their boat, whether it's fiberglass or aluminum.
And who doesn't?
And Judy, just very briefly, talk to us about the VT2 ventilation system.
Well, what the VT2 does is it makes your live well an actual live well.
Yes.
For years, we've had a live well, which was brought out by Ranger Boats, a great innovation. But everybody knows they sort of struggled. Fish always sort of struggle when the temperature started getting up.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that is because the live well has never been really a natural environment for fish.
Mm-hmm.
A closed live well holds heat.
Right.
It limits the available oxygen in there. We have to rely on our aerator slowly. And there's plenty of oxygen in the atmosphere. And the key thing that no one really looked at was the buildup of harmful metabolic gases.
Yeah.
Fish, when they take in oxygen, they put out CO2, and that's very harmful for fish in the live well.
Well, CO2
the VT2 solves all those problems for anglers in the live well. Makes the live well more like the lake, and that's why the fish can stay so much more healthier than we've ever seen before coming out of a live well after a long day on the fishing trail.
Well, and that's, a lot of people think that, especially in the summertime where there's low oxygen content, and then the heat also. You see people throwing ice and everything. Well, this kind of helps eliminate a lot of that. And, Debra, you just put one onto your Skeeter boat. Fairly simple to do also, right?
Absolutely, yes. I've got the product in, and actually this morning I'm going to be trying it out on the lake for the first time, so I'm really
awesome.
anxious to see how it's going to work. And especially down here in South Texas, the heat really has started to set in. And something like the VT2 live well ventilation system, I mean, why not take advantage of another continuous source of oxygen? Because, I mean, those live wells are closed all day long. You have no ventilation in there. And combined with the carpet on top of the live wells, it just really makes that environment very warm for those fish in there. And the foam starts in there and everything. And with this product, I'm real anxious to see what it's going to do for my bass, and especially in a tournament situation. At the end of the day, I bet they're going to be so lively they're going to jump out of those little weigh-in tanks there.
Well, I know, and again, we're talking to Debra Hengst from way down in Southwest Texas, and again, Judy Tipton, who is the founder and owner of the new Pro Products live well ventilation system. And I got to ask, Judy, I know that I can remember in 1972, and I can remember that far back, that when Ray Scott came out with his catch and release fishing, and it called it Don't Kill Your Catch. Judy, I got to ask you, how did you get into this? I mean, always people are asking them, and I'm that kind of person in Shelbyville, Kentucky, and I look up and I see Judy Tipton has done this. Murray State, you went to school at Murray State. Is this something that you decided? And tell our listeners how you got into this, because this is really hey folks, this is a breakthrough thing that she's got right here for fishing. It's and Ron is excited about it.
Absolutely.
So tell me, Judy, how did Judy Tipton become the president and founder, inventor of this product?
Well, I'll tell you, at Murray State, I am a Murray State alumnus. I graduated there with a degree in natural resource management biology. So science is a love of mine. But the VT2 came to me as being a bass angler. When I was 21 years old, I dropped out of college at that time and bought a bass boat and a truck, and I traveled around, and I was the youngest girl fishing the Bass and Gal and the Lady Bass trails at that time.
Okay, that's where I remember your name. Okay, local, yeah.
And I fished a lot of local, men's tournaments and whatnot. And they were always very welcoming. But I struggled with the same thing everybody else did. When the temperature started getting up, my fish started doing really poorly in the live well. And I tried everything. I tried ice. I tried additives. I tried everything, and it didn't help. And then one tournament, and everybody out here that fishes tournaments is going to recognize this immediately. I remember when I caught a fish, took it back to the live well. I opened my live well in, and I was met with that, whew, and it's like a rush of air and heat and metabolic gases, and it's Keeley, the gases. And I thought, I wonder if that is what's hurting the fish. And so I started tinkering with this. And I went on with my life, went back and graduated from college and went on and did different things. And I noticed the industry never caught on, and I've watched for years how they report that we're losing 45% delayed mortality at all of our tournaments. And I'm like, I've got the solution. So later in my life, I said, I'm going to go develop this even better than what I was using the technology before. And that's how I arrived here today. And that's how we've got the VT2 live well ventilation system. As an angler, I knew nothing I was doing was working, and I knew I had to make that live well environment much like the lake environment, and that's exactly what it does. And that's why your fish come out so healthy. They don't even know they're not in the lake anymore.
Wow.
and I will tell you, go out to lroutdoors.com. First part of the week, there's going to be a very short video that Debra has done for us about installation on her boat.
Okay.
And then we've got some pictures and an interview with Judy that I did at Bass Fest.
Great.
So we're going to have some really, really good stuff out at lroutdoors.com. Debra, you've got yours in now, and you're getting ready to go fishing as soon as you get off the air here. What are the one or two things that you're going to look at in terms of using the VT2 ventilation system?
Well, I was very impressed with it when I did receive it, and I did learn about this product by articles in BASS and Bath Times, especially my real good friend and teammate, Mark Menendez. And so when I got the product, I was like, wow, this is great. So went ahead and I, of course, installed it, as you already, said. It took the hardware's already included, and you just have to get about I think it's a 3-inch hole saw to go ahead and put it in. But, just like Judy was saying, absolutely everything that she said about the product and reading the articles on it that I have up to this point and doing the research, the fish need the oxygen. And with these warmer temperatures, with the closed live well lid, it traps the ammonia buildup and nowhere to go. So, and I totally agree with her statement about opening the live well and you just smell that smell and it's like, wow, it just kind of, knocks you down. So, it's kind of like your vehicle. It makes sense. It's so simple what she's come up with, but it's unbelievable how this came about. It's like when your vehicle is sitting out in the hot sun and you kind of roll the windows down. You need some of that air to escape.
No, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And ventilate just a little bit. So, but the product is very durable. And it's set up with like a baffle system. So I was kind of concerned about the water maybe splashing out, but the way that it's set up, that's not going to happen. And you've got the vent in the front and the vent in the back. So when you're running down the lake in my fast skeeter boat, it's going to push air in and push it out on the other side.
Yep.
So,
hey,
yeah.
Well, Ron asked that question that you always ask every week.
You know what? If somebody wants more information, Judy, or wants to get a VT2 ventilation system, how do they do that?
Well, they can, to learn more, they can come to our website at NewProProducts.com.
Yes.
But I would suggest if they want to pick it up, to go visit Sportsman's Warehouse.
That's it.
Maybe their local Sportsman's Warehouse.
That's one of our sponsors.
Sportsman's Warehouse online, because it's readily available there.
Well, I appreciate both of y'all. Always good to have Debra on. And when I looked up Judy Tipton, it said, I really thought this was cool, founder of NewPro Products, inventor, and conservationist. That are
Absolutely.
That's three things that I want on my tombstone. I would like to have something I invent. But,
that is great. And may I also add real quick, if I may, you guys, I'm an insurance agent. That's what I do. I insure all these bass boats that are running up and down the lake and everything. But my goodness, this is affordable. It's under $50.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's
it's
Ron.
Insurance for it's insurance for your catch. That's how I am approaching it. And it's cheap insurance. So I'm just really excited. And the fact that the air movement, it doesn't require any electricity or pumps or anything, and it just relies on good old Mother Nature
hey,
moving
folks,
that air.
Yeah, folks, go out and watch one of the videos about it, and watch the one Ron's got. They actually got some videos that show it, Judy. Great job of promoting this. It's revolutionary, and I'm glad that we were able to get both of y'all on Outdoors.
And we will be talking to both of you all in the future.
Yeah, we know where to get Debra. Now we know how to get Judy. Okay, so thanks, gals. I hope y'all have a great Saturday, and we'll talk to both of y'all down the road. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Talk more fishing. Let's talk about Pickwick Lake. Ron, you ever been there?
Nope,
never been there before. Yeah. He actually has tags to go over there. So, Mississippi license, I think. All right, we'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790.
You can find out all